My wife betrayed me with my brother after his wife died, so I burned their lives down piece by piece. Chapter 1. The grief that unveiled it all. Grief doesn't follow a script. It crawls into people's hearts and rearranges everything. Sometimes it brings people closer, and sometimes it tears away the mask they've been hiding behind. When my sister-in-law, Rachel, passed away after a relentless 2-year battle with ovarian cancer, our entire family was shaken. My brother Adam had stood by her side through every chemo session, every hospital trip, and every prayer. The day she died, he became a widower and a single father to their 10-year-old daughter, Emily. The funeral was held on a cloudy Thursday morning. I delivered the eulogy, barely holding it together. But what struck me most wasn't my brother's grief. It was my wife, Jenna. She cried harder than anyone. Harder than Rachel's parents, harder than Adam himself. She clung to his arm throughout the service, gently rubbing his back, leaning into him during the wake. First I chalked it up to empathy. Jenna and Rachel had been extremely close. More like sisters than in-laws. But there was something off. Something about the way Jenna looked at Adam. How her hand lingered a second too long. How her voice softened only around him. A tiny voice in my gut tried to whisper, "Something's not right." But I silenced it. Who questions their wife at a funeral? 3 days later, Jenna told me she was going to Adam's house to help with some cleanup. She packed soup, cookies, and oddly, a change of clothes. "Just in case I spill something," she said with a half smile. That night she didn't come home. My calls went to voicemail. She texted me at 2:13 a.m. "Sorry babe. Fell asleep on Adam's couch. He's just a mess." I wanted to believe her. I needed to. But the next morning as I made coffee, my hand froze over the mug. Something snapped inside me. Maybe it was the casual tone of her message. Maybe it was the missing wedding ring. Or maybe it was the way she walked back in the house humming, as if she'd just returned from a spa retreat, not a grieving widower's house. I remembered the discreet camera I'd installed above our garage door, part of a home security deal from months ago. I rarely used it. But now I opened the app. The footage was time-stamped. At 9:42 p.m., Jenna left. At 10:17 p.m. she returned. With Adam. They were laughing, a little tipsy. She held his hand, pulled him into the garage, locked the door behind them. Then a silence, muffled giggling, shuffling. And then, Jenna's voice, barely audible. "I told you, he'll never suspect a thing." A cold chill clawed its way up my spine. My heart didn't break. Detonated. They didn't even wait a week. My brother, my own blood. My wife, my supposed soulmate. I could have lost it right then. I could have screamed, smashed plates, raged through the house. But something else took over. Not fury. Not sorrow. Precision. Asterisk. I didn't want a confrontation. I wanted devastation. So I smiled to myself and whispered, "Let's play." Chapter 2. The bait was sweet, and they took it asterisk. The next morning Jenna served me pancakes and kissed me on the cheek. "You didn't sleep well," she said, brushing my arm. "Bad dreams." But I smiled back and said, "We should invite Adam over more. He shouldn't be alone right now." Her eyes lit up. "That's a wonderful idea." Oh, it was more than wonderful. It was bait. Over the next 2 weeks, I became the perfect brother. Dinners, bonding projects, movie nights. I even suggested Jenna take Adam shopping for a memorial tribute to Rachel. You two were the closest to her. They thought I was blind, that I was healing alongside them. While they exchanged secret smiles and accidental touches, I was building my war chest. I checked the cloud server we shared for syncing photos. Jenna forgot that 2 years ago I'd set our devices to sync to our family tablet, the one gathering dust in the guest room drawer. Opened it, and what I found made my blood boil. Voice messages, selfies, videos. One of Jenna in Adam's shirt whispering, "It should have been you from the beginning." Another from Adam, When do we stop sneaking? I think he's catching on. I downloaded everything. Organized it. Triple backed it up. USB drives. Cloud folders. Hidden duplicates. Then I contacted my cousin Dana, a divorce lawyer with the ruthlessness of a mafia don and the mind of a chess master. She listened to my story. Didn't flinch. You'll keep the house, the cars, the accounts, and she'll crawl out with nothing but her toothbrush. Next I focused on Adam. He worked for a respected financial firm. Strict policies, high ethics. One scandal could vaporize his career. So I waited for the right moment. Came 3 weeks later. Jenna told me she was going on a girls' hiking weekend. Adam said he was taking Emily to her grandparents. But I already knew they'd booked an Airbnb by the lake under Adam's name. I texted them both. Have a great trip. Be safe. What they didn't know. I had a spare key. A friend named Marcus, ex-military, now a licensed PI, and a drone with night vision. The game was on. Chapter 3. The hammer falls ***. Sunday morning. Cold. Quiet. Marcus camped out near the Airbnb in full gear. The drone captured it all. Every touch. Every toast. Every kiss. Jenna wore the necklace I gave her on our 3rd anniversary. Adam popped a bottle of wine I recognized from our cellar. Then they disappeared into the bedroom. I didn't need more. Marcus delivered the footage Monday morning. Timestamp. Crystal clear. Even included their reservation receipt. Dana's voice crackled through the phone. This is gold. By Wednesday I moved in for the kill. At 9 a.m., Daniel's HR department received a package, complete with video, chat logs, and a notarized letter outlining how he used company resources to conduct an affair. At 9:15 a.m., Jenna's hospital supervisor got a thick envelope, parking lot photos, NSFW messages during work hours, and documentation that she fraudulently used our insurance for grief counseling sessions that were really romantic getaways. By 10:30 a.m. my phone buzzed non-stop. Jenna. Asterisk, what did you do? You're evil. Asterisk. Adam. Asterisk, you've ruined me. Asterisk. I said nothing. I just sipped my coffee on the porch. Peace. But I wasn't finished. That night, I uploaded a memory montage to a shared Google Drive. Clips of Jenna and Adam laughing in secret, making love, whispering sweet nothings. Cut between moments from my wedding day, our family vacations, and Adam's tearful funeral speech for Rachel. I texted Jenna. Since you love memories so much, here's one last keepsake. No response. But I knew she watched it. The next day I changed the locks. Froze the accounts. Sent the video to her parents. They called me in tears. Rachel's parents called too. Her father's voice was calm but sharp. Thank you for showing us the truth. He won't raise our granddaughter. Chapter 4. Aftermath ***. By week's end, Jenna was suspended. Adam was fired. Their reputations shredded. Jenna tried to play victim on Facebook. Some nonsense about healing through betrayal. A former classmate shared the leaked video with a snide caption. Guess grief really is an intimate journey. Got over 12,000 views in 48 hours. She deleted her account. Adam was worse off. Rachel's parents filed for full custody of Emily, citing moral instability, public scandal, and betrayal of Rachel's memory. They won. Adam lost his daughter, his job, and the house that Rachel had left to her family in the will. And I slept better than I had in months. Finalized my divorce. Thanks to Dana's airtight strategy, I kept the house, car, investments, and Jenna was court-ordered to pay my legal fees. Weeks later she showed up. Disheveled. Ill. Holding an old photo of us in Italy. I just wanted to remember what we had. I took the photo, tore it in half, and let the pieces fall at her feet. You died the day you betrayed me. I shut the door. Epilogue. The sound of peace ***. Months passed. At a wedding I met someone. Quiet, sharp, grounded. Her name was Elise. She didn't try to fix me. She just saw me. Eventually I told her the story. And she didn't flinch. She said, "You're not broken. You just rebuilt yourself stronger." To anyone reading this, if you've ever been betrayed, gaslit, humiliated, just remember, you didn't lose. They did. And the best revenge is peace. And a life they no longer get to touch. If this story hit a nerve, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more true life betrayals and cold-blooded comebacks.